Good evening and welcome back to the Kettleers Starting 9. I'm Lily Butler, joined alongside Joe Pratt and Tyler Danberg just before Game 32 for the season, the #1 in the league Kettleers against the Chatham Anglers. And coming off of a day of rest yesterday, but the Kets last time here at Lowell Park suffering a 14-3 loss. And Coach Roberts told me after that game that could be due to some transition happening in the roster. But Tyler, just what did you notice about that loss?
Well, I noticed the one thing that stuck out really in this Kettleers loss, their inability to throw strikes. They just had struggles locating the strike zone for back-to-back games during this two-game losing streak. They threw 8 walks, and that was pretty much how Bourne was able to get a lot of their base runners aboard and then drive runners in by way of the hit. So a lot of situational hitting done well for Bourne, created off of drawing walks, and that's going to be something that Kettleers will look to try and reduce in this game against Chatham.
And then speaking of pitching and throwing strikes, tonight starting on the mound for the Kettleers is going to be the Cape Cod League's All-Star Game starter, Cameron Hill from the Kettleers. Joe, just what have you seen from him, and could you talk more about the pitching matchup tonight?
Well, he'll be doing or looking to do more of what he's done so well of so far this year, which is establish the zone early with the fastball and oftentimes with his off speed as well. He's got a great slider and changeup to go along with that mid-90s fastball, and so I think we can just see more of that. Hopefully Hill will do a better job as Kettleers pitching has struggled, as Tyler was saying, in the past couple days in throwing strikes. That really hasn't been an issue for Hill so far this year. He's had some walks on the year, but he's been mostly able to keep the ball in the strike zone, so he'll be looking to do more of that today, and he'll be facing Trey Gibson on the side of Chatham, and he's made quite a few starts and a couple appearances for them so far this year, and he's just looking to be more consistent on the mound. He's been kind of inconsistent across these first 6 appearances for him. He's out of Liberty, didn't have too much time there this year, so he'll be looking to kind of further improve on his another Cape League start for Gibson.
And tonight, the Kets definitely looking to take home the win. Tyler, what do you think is going to be a main contributing factor in that win?
I think it's going to be throw strikes, as we said before. That's going to be something that they're going to really look to hone in on. And Cameron Hill, he's been a guy that has thrown a lot of strikes this year. He's retired 80% of the batters he has faced. So if that can set the tone for the rest of the game and have the bullpen reduce those balls and cut down the walks, I think that could be a good night for the Kettleers in first place.
And then, Joe, what are you looking at tonight?
Strong start for the offense. I mean, they were really slow in that start against Bourne the other night. They got off to a hot start in Orleans, but they weren't able to continue that for the full 9 innings, and that's why they lost that one at the end. Against Bourne, though, Bourne got ahead early. Kettleers had that 1-0 lead, but they responded with 11 runs after the 3rd inning, and then they were pretty much just out of the game after that. So they're going to need to stay in it, get the offense hot early, and get on the board first, and I think that should help them into getting back in the win column.
And Joe, I'm going to build on top of that and just say offense in general being really aggressive and making lots of contact. I think the Kets against this Chatham pitching staff, if they maintain contact and aggressiveness, will be able to put enough runs on the board to secure the win tonight. But we will have all that and more for first pitch at 5 p.m. on the Kettleers Digital Network from Lowell Park. I'm Lily Butler. This is Tyler Danberg and Joe Pratt.